Brothers and sisters, good night. Good night. What a wonderful day yesterday was. I have to tell you, although I felt like a carnival queen contestant on that float. What a crowd. What a crowd. We are on the home stretch and we are counting down. When I was standing over here, everybody coming in from South say, the other set of people having some meeting, but it's like they not sure where the venue is because they could have run goat, sheep, pig, and cattle in Golden Grove pasture because nobody tall there. And I have a feeling that is so because I see the supporters of Brother John McGinley sitting on the gallery. I want to know that if I were in a party where we're winning all the seats, you think they could have any public meeting and I'm not there and watching the other side? They have recognized that come June 12th, it will be UPP all the way. Victory is ours. But brothers and sisters, we are here tonight and I'm here tonight to endorse Brother John McGinley as the soon-to-be duly elected representative again for the St. John's Rural North constituency. You know, and we are in the heart of what they say is their den. But I want to tell them that over the last 10 years, Brother John has been an exemplary representative. He has overseen and has been very aggressive when it came to infrastructure development. He has upgraded the sporting complexes. And you see this playing field that we're on? 15 acres maintained by Brother John McGinley on his own. That is what you call representation. The lights on this field, Brother John McGinley again, working for the people of his constituency. You see that clinic over there? What a clinic when it will be finished. Well, I have a sister who lives over here, so I have a feeling if I feel sick, I'm going to come over here so I can go to the new clinic. That is representation for you. And Brother John McGinley has been a representative who has sought to empower his constituents through employment and education, small business development for entrepreneurs, and ICT advancement. He has been, over the last 5 years, a very effective Minister of Tourism, keeping our tourism product alive and afloat, especially during difficult times. You know, I don't like to talk about the people on the other side, see, but listen, you have some people who have hard ears, and I'm speaking to those residents of this community within the hearing of my voice. And I'm going to tell them that when you compare and you look and you examine Brother John against his opponent, I want to remind you that Max Fernandez was the chairman of Medical Benefits Scheme when the infamous cesspool of corruption was exposed. It is Max Fernandez who facilitated the illegal and unlawful diversion of funds from medical benefits as the chairman. I want to tell you that if we lose the care of our brains, and we won't, but just imagine for a moment that if it is that the people of this country were to wake up one morning, but it would be a nightmare, and realize that Hitler was elected in this country as Prime Minister, I want to ask you whether you believe that Max Fernandez could stand up against him, because all he wants to do is dip his hand into every pot that have money. He said it: Social Security, medical benefits, probably levy, PDV cap, APA, state insurance. And the question that the residents and constituents of rural North must ask is, if Max could not say no to Leicester, how in God's earth Max going to say no to Hitler? He cannot do it, because under the leadership of Hitler, all the other candidates, all 15 or 16 of them, have become voiceless. I know old people say you are known by the company you keep. Old people say that association breeds likeness. And I want to tell the residents of rural North, especially those in the business community, that Max Fernandez is a reflection of Asset Michael and Gaston Brown. And they're all unscrupulous, they're unethical, and they're morally bankrupt. In 10 years, you have never heard any business person in this country accuse any minister under the Spencer administration of shaking them down. They never threaten them. They never demand no money, or else they're going to do this and do that to them. And that is why we say leadership matters. I want to tell you quickly and remind those people listening that the singular achievement of the UPP government, which all Antiguans and Barbudans and all residents must be proud of, is the fact that the UPP government kept this economy afloat during the years of the global economic meltdown. Our economy didn't crash. Things were difficult, yes, but because of the commitment to the people, because of the leadership of our political leader and Prime Minister, not one public servant was sent home. We saw the increase in social programs. We saw infrastructure improvements. And most importantly, because our Prime Minister had brought back the credibility and the pride to Antigua and Barbuda, friendly governments trusted us and were willing to give us grants and low-income loans, low-interest loans. When you look at what is happening at the airport, when you look at that spanking brand new airport that will be ready soon, modern, that is what you call state-of-the-art. And that goes directly to the hard work, the credibility and the commitment of this government. And we have to give a rounding applause to Ambassador David Shaul. I want to tell you, the residents here, that Max Fernandez has consciously associated himself with people who glorify greed. And how do they do that? Theirs is a legacy where they rape, they plunder, they pillage the resources of Antigua and Barbuda for their own personal gain. And the 10 years that they have been in opposition, they're hungry. They want more money from the state. They want to take what belongs to the people for themselves. And when you hear the Labour Party walking up and down this country talking about they're ready to rebuild, I agree with them. They are ready to rebuild their bank accounts from the taxes of the hard-working people of this country. That is what they're ready to rebuild. I want to tell you when you listen to their political leader. Because if Max Fernandez was any kind of man, except a mama man, he would not allow Gaston Brown to put no gag order on him. Because when you are representative, you must speak to the people, you must listen to their interests, you must listen to their concerns, and you must speak about it. But Lester Bird and Gaston Brown have put a tape around Max Fernandez's mouth, and he cannot talk. And you don't want that kind of representative. The utterances of Gaston Brown are a reflection of every last one of those candidates, including Max Fernandez. They're not serious about government or governance. They're letting off all kind of pie-in-the-sky promises, but I have every confidence that this country, this electorate is sensible. So when they tell you, Max Fernandez, Gaston Brown, when they tell you that they're going to repeal income tax, recently they said they're going to waive all the arrears of APA bills for people. From December 2013, thank you very much, sister. When he tell you that certain people who have bills at Mount St. John, he going to waive them out. And they make all other kind of reckless statements, 500 homes in 500 days. When you wipe off everything, Max Fernandez, when you support that policy, how you plan to run this economy? And business people had better take note. Because I have a feeling one of the plans is to shake down the business people. Because they used to shake them down before 2004. And over the last 10 years, you, the business people, have gotten a reprieve from that. I want to tell you, brothers and sisters, as I wind down, that it is a desperate person, a desperate party that will say anything and any reckless thing to win at all costs. They're reckless. And they're reckless because they think people are stupid. They think we believe everything they say. It's like, and I don't mean to offend anybody, it's like when man look in woman. You know, when man look in woman, they say anything. They say anything because they're trying to fool you. You remember that was song, anything you want me to do, I'll do for you? That is Gaston Brown. That is Gaston Brown. I want to ask you another question. Residents of rural North, do you believe that Max Fernandez is trustworthy? He can't be trustworthy. And let me tell you how I come to this conclusion. It was Lester Bird who built up Max Fernandez. It was Lester Bird who gave Max Fernandez a number of opportunities in this country. It was Lester Bird who appointed Max Fernandez to the Senate of Antigua and Barbuda. It was Lester Bird who appointed Max Fernandez as chairman of MBS and in charge of the free trade zone. Now, my parents teach me, and your parents teach you too, that you must be appreciative. You must be grateful. Ain't it? Because they say advantage is worse than witchcraft and it hotter than hell. But brothers and sisters, let me tell you why I can't trust Max Fernandez. Because after all of that, the only thanks that Max Fernandez could give to Lester Bird was to join up with Gaston Brown on November the 25th, 2013, and bad play Lester Bird in the worst way. They bad play him at the Labour Party convention, and in bad playing Lester Bird, Max Fernandez kicked him down, kicked him in his rear when he was at his lowest ebb. Max Fernandez joined with Gaston Brown and Asset Michael to humiliate Lester Bird, to ridicule Lester Bird, and he will do the same thing to you, the residents of rural North. So beware, beware. Max Fernandez, and this is for the people in Cedar Grove. Max Fernandez is joining with Gaston Brown and Asset Michael when they say they're going to do away with school meals, school uniform, PDV cab, the utility program, everything to better ordinary people in this country. They're going to take it away. And you cannot support anyone who wants to do that. I remember in our first term, Brother John McGinley, and he like a killy, you know, he very killy. When the school meal was going to be launched and expanded, John came, he said, Sister Joe, I need one in Cedar Grove. I need for my constituents to benefit. And Brother John joined forces with a particular business person in this country, and they together built that serving center so that the children who attend the Cedar Grove Primary School could benefit. That is what Max Fernandez wants to take away. As I close, brothers and sisters, I want to urge all of us to stay very calm. We are excited, we are confident, but just keep a clear head. Keep a clear head. And as a parent, I want to tell all of you, you all are walking around with some very important things, but they're dangerous, because they're a weapon. And plenty of y'all very showy, because you all have that voter's ID, ain't it? I want you to safeguard it when they come into you, because I hear this is one of their strategy. They're going around to old people and telling them they're going to hold it for them till election day. Anything in red, you cannot trust it. And if they come into you, drive them out of your yard, because you don't need them to hold anything, because on election day you won't be able to find them. But brothers and sisters, on election night, when those votes are being counted in St. John's, rural North, when I step out of the schoolroom at Irene B. Williams, and when I call Brother John or somebody for Brother John, I want only to hear McGinley, 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 because Brother John McGinley will be in the winning column for the United Progressive Party. Until the next meeting, good night. God bless you. God bless Antigua and Barbuda. And I love you.